Hi, welcome back to the Cardsmiths. I'm Max here, and as we mentioned in our upcoming videos video, um, we're going to be covering a new game on the channel here. And this game is Star Wars Destiny. So while this isn't a new game, it was actually released in November of 2016. And the end of the game was actually announced. Unfortunately announced this January of 2020, January of this year. So initially, back when the game was first released in 2016, I was initially skeptical of it, namely because the Star Wars LCG is one of my favorite games of all time, and the announcement of this game, it didn't signal good things for the LCG, as FFG was devoting more of their time, resources, money towards this new game, Star Wars Destiny, and less attention was being given to the LCG, and the LCG ultimately was then phased out with the last PAX and organized play wrapping up in 2018 for the LCG. So initially, I was critical of the game due to those reasons, but recently, having taken a fresh look at the game and looked at it with a newer, fresher perspective, I think the game is doing a lot of interesting things, and especially with the game being canceled this January, and it's no longer in print, so it was a game I wanted to pick up while it is still possible. So, because I have heard actually, once I started looking into it more and more, I was hearing a lot of seeing a lot of good things, hearing a lot of good things about this game. So, being a big fan of Star Wars, particularly like the prequel era, it's really cool to see that incorporated in this game and a part of this game. So definitely a lot of exciting things here, and we're gonna dive right in. So if this is a game you are interested in, I'd recommend picking it up sooner rather than later, as it will become harder and harder to acquire these new packs, and eventually you'll be looking to the secondhand market or eBay or something like that. So it's, as of now, essentially while supplies last in stores and with retailers. So if Destiny is a game you've been on considering, or if it looks interesting, you may want to pick that up sooner rather than later if it is something that you're looking to get. So without further ado, this is the Obi-Wan Kenobi Starter Set, and this serves as a good entry point to the game. So there is a 2-player starter set, which has a Kylo Ren and a Rey deck. This is the Obi-Wan one. There's also a General Grievous one you can get, and these are designed to be paired together as a way of learning the game. So if you picked up one, your friend picked up the other one, or whoever that is, possibly you just get both yourself to try out with someone. It serves as a great entry point to the game. See if you like the game, and whether you do want to delve further in, or perhaps you just enjoy playing Obi-Wan versus General Grievous, or the game within that space. So to briefly discuss the game in terms of the designers, the game is designed by Lucas Litzinger, who became the lead designer of Android Netrunner, which is a extremely well-regarded game. I view that game very highly. I think it's a very well-designed game. It is Richard Garfield's game, but Litzinger became the lead designer of that game. So it's Destiny's also designed by Corey Konietzka. Apologies if I'm saying that wrong, Corey. And this, in particular, this expansion design is designed by Jeremy Zwern, Aaron Haltom, and Tyler Parrott. So Tyler Parrott becoming one of the designers for the Legend of the Five Ring game, actually. So it's interesting seeing him involved in both these games. It's important to note that Star Wars Destiny is a CCG, which is a collectible card game. So unlike the LCG model, the living card game, where it's fixed distribution, each pack you know exactly what cards you're going to get in the pack. You can find that online. You can scan the codes on the back of the packs. You know exactly what you're going to get, what you're buying. With the CCG model, this isn't the case. So the boosters and expansions are random distribution, and there are cards which are rares and legendaries, which are more valuable cards. However, I have heard with Star Wars Destiny that a lot of the common cards are actually quite essential to the decks, and actually are quite useful cards. So that's definitely something I was happy to hear. Obviously, there's a bit of trepidation with a collectible card game in terms of if you really need all the legendaries to be good at the game. I think that's an issue. Then it really becomes more of a pay-to-win thing. So yeah, hearing that the commons in this game are quite useful cards, definitely something great. Definitely a great thing to hear. And in addition to that, if you're not going out and playing at your local store or as a part of the tournament scene at all, and you are looking to pick this up just to play the game with friends or family, or whoever that may be, and you don't necessarily care about the power level or strength of your deck, then that's yeah, you don't have to worry about that at all, and you can just buy whatever you want for the game and play it amongst yourselves, and will likely have a blast doing so. So without having played the game myself yet, so I can't actually necessarily provide that opinion yet, but at least from what I've heard. This Obi-Wan Kenobi starter set, so the starter sets and the draft sets for this game, unlike what I just said about the random distribution of the CCG model, is that these are fixed distribution. So for example, with this this Obi-Wan Kenobi starter set here, you know exactly what cards and dice you're going to be getting within this pack. So that said, for the 2-player starter set with Kylo Ren and Rey, and all the other starter sets, the Luke and Boba Fett, and the Obi-Wan Kenobi and General Grievous here, among I believe there's 2 more. There may be individual Kylo Ren and Rey starter sets. So these packs, you do know exactly what you're going to be getting. You're going to be getting anyone who buys this is going to be getting the exact same contents within the box, which I think is really great and essential for a starter set, really. So that's great to see. And yeah, now, without further ado, let's dive into cracking this open and seeing what those things are that you get when you buy one of these. All right, so here's the box. We'll open it up and see what it comes with. So you have a tray here, a dice tray, pack of cards. There's Obi-Wan Kenobi in his Clone Wars armor. So that's very cool to see. The Clone Wars version of Obi-Wan there from the hit TV series, which I'm a big fan of. So we have the dice tray here. As you can see, you get 9 dice in this pack, and there are actually spots for 9 more dice. So, for example, if you bought another one of these, as it comes with 1 copy of each card, I believe, in the deck, so you may want to get 2 if you want to be able to construct a bit of a better starter deck. Then you have you can store all your dice in this one tray, which I think is very convenient. Also, if you're just picking up a few booster packs, you have a bit of storage space for your dice there as well. So let's have a look at the dice themselves. So I'll just dump them out here. Actually, kind of wedged in there. There we go. The dice, they're a bit hard to remove, but that's good in terms of, you know, they're not really going to be bouncing around if you're carrying your case and your game somewhere. So, so here are the dice. They've got a nice hefty feel to them, a little bit of weight to them as well. They're not actually, they're actually pretty light. I take that back. They're pretty light, but they have a nice feel to them. They roll quite well. The art on them is really nice. Yeah, these dice are actually nicer than you would expect, I think. So these are quite good. Here's the Obi-Wan die here, and yeah. So there's the dice. Have a rules insert here, and the rules for this game, as you can see, are all fit on this double-sided rules insert. So Destiny, being one of those games, from what I've heard, that is one of those games that isn't too difficult to learn. It's the barrier for entry isn't too high, so one of those games that's accessible in terms of that it's not that hard to learn, but then there's a lot of strategic depth to the game, a lot of choices, a lot of freedom of choice. And yeah, one of those games that can be somewhat easy to learn and difficult to master. So once I play, I'll see if I agree with that. But that's definitely what I've heard and something I'm quite interested to dive into. So here are the tokens. As it being a starter set, you need the pieces required to play the game. You have your shields. Here, the Mandalorian helmet there, damage tokens, and the resources here. I think the resource tokens are quite nice. They actually remind me of the resource tokens from another one of Fantasy Flight games, Imperial Assault. They're following a similar design there. So these are quite nice tokens, and you get, let's see, 8 resources, 7 1 damage tokens, 5 3 damage tokens, and 5 shield tokens. So there are the pieces. You have a list of all the cards which come in the Convergence, like cycle of releases, or these are the cards you get within the Convergence cycle there, the Convergence series. So you have your card list there. Because it is a collectible card game, you don't know exactly what you're getting, so this provides you the list of everything that's there. If there's certain cards that you want to buy some more packs to try to get, maybe trade for, see what you have, see if you're someone who's a completist and wants to complete your collection and get all those cards, here's your list there. You can check them off as you go. So that is a cool addition. Now we'll delve into the cards real quickly. Doesn't come with a ton. It's just the Obi-Wan deck here, and I believe it comes with Satine Kryze from the show. So we'll see if that's the case. So we'll craft this open here. And see what this starter deck looks like, see what you get. So, without further ado, the man, the myth himself, Obi-Wan Kenobi in his Clone Wars armor there. Very cool to see the Clone Wars version of Obi-Wan here from the TV show. Yeah, he's got his he's in not his most classic lightsaber pose there, but that's definitely signature Obi-Wan. Then we have a friend lost, really tragic moment from the show. So cool to see a card made in the game for that. Channel the Force, got Mace Windu there. Defensive stance with Ashoka. Upper hand, there's Obi again. And of course, I mean, gotta get Obi-Wan's Interceptor as well. How else is he gonna get around? So, and there was the die for this as well. There's Obi-Wan's Interceptor. So, yeah, that's quite cool that you get that. Republic Jedi armor, of course. Got to protect from those droid blaster bolts there. And yeah, there's Satine Kryze from the show. So really cool to get her in the starter deck here. Obviously very thematic that she comes with Obi-Wan. I think that's great. There's her die there. The die, yeah, being a yellow one, she's a yellow character, which is the rogue category. The blue being Force user and the red being leader or commander. So yeah, there's Satine. Got Han here, calculated risk. An Ewok hopping on the speeder bike. Classic moment from Return of the Jedi. So see that depicted there. Overqualified. We got Ashoka. I can see Master Hu Yang in the back there with the younglings. Don't know if Ashoka was thrilled to have been sent on this mission, so she felt a little overqualified for it, I think. We got Use the Force. We see some art from the Star Wars LCG here from the Ataru training card. So reusing some of their Star Wars art assets there. That's obviously a really nice one, so they're putting it to use again. Force Flow, which is a plot for the deck. Jedi Lightsaber. Obi-Wan, he needs that. He can't be using blasters. Those are quite uncivilized, so get his lightsaber. Truce, taken right back to the Clone Wars movie with Road to the Hutt being returned to Jabba. Unpredictable. Seeking Truth. Satine trying to expose the corruption within her government there. Seeking the Truth. A Mandalorian jetpack. Obi-Wan rocked one of those in Season 5. Got Dodge. Electromagnetic Pulse, Unshackle, the Grievance Striker. Interesting seeing General Grievous art on a card in the Obi-Wan starter set that's not Obi-Wan taking him on in some way, so interesting that comes here. Also a Punch Dagger, so another weapon there. And we have a location. So location, you need when you play, you need to bring one of these with your deck. And this is the Death Watch hideout on Concordia. So definitely a lot of these cards being based off of the Clone Wars show. So then you have your dice. Actually, that's your actions reference card of the list of actions you can take in each action opportunity you have. So it's nice you just have a handy card listing all those. And a description of the various dice symbols, which I think is really important to just have on a reference card as well. You're gonna, especially in your early games, gonna be needing to refer to that. So that's everything that the Obi-Wan Kenobi starter set comes with. And if you are interested in Star Wars Destiny, you thought this looked interesting, we'll be following this series with the unboxing the General Grievous starter set, then the draft set, and then as we mentioned in the upcoming video, the entire Covert Missions booster box. So yeah, stay tuned for those, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.